Hello, in this video we are going to start our bouncing ball exercise. So the bouncing ball exercise is the traditional first project for animation. It's a great exercise where you learn squashing, stretching, and timing and all that kind of stuff. And I want this first one to be loopable, so it won't be decreasing in energy where it goes to a settle. This first one will be just going up and I'll be going up and down, but what it'll be is it's hanging in air, coming down faster, hits the ground hard, bounces up, and as it's being sent up in the air, it loses energy as gravity is pushing in it, and so something like that. So the timing chart, which whenever you start an animation, it's a good idea to put it in there. So I'll have the hit and the start, and it will slowly, like gravity's, like if this thing was it's slowly expanding out, and then it goes really fast. So it's gonna feel slow, then fast, and hits. And then on the way up, so down, and then the way up will be something like this. They'll look very similar. Maybe it goes up a little faster, and then something similar. So on the way up, it'll look like that. And we'll have the hits down here. All right. So now that we have that, we'll just extend that to 30 frames. F2. Oh, F5, sorry. And name this timing chart. And then I will add another layer. Add and close. I'll be using vector for the lines for this one. Feel free to use anything you want, vector or raster or bitmap. And I'm going to make a ball. So you can use these shapes over here if you want a very precise ball. Oh, click on there and do an ellipse. Hold down shift, and then you can just get a ball that way pretty easily. If you want a more natural kind of stroke, but something like that, or you can bring up the smoothing if it's not quite there. And there's also a lot of other tools down here. So in the videos that I have you guys kind of make, this can be really useful, where you kind of connect these together and it creates something. But I kind of like the rough look where it's not quite perfect. And then if you want, you can click in here and go to envelope and use these tools to like adjust it if you want. And since this is, so that is a little bit rounder, and you can even go back to our contour editor and edit the actual vertices that are part of this if you want. Okay, so I actually will make this a little bit smaller. Something like this will be good. So I'm thinking it's going to bounce right here. This is the length of it. And yeah, so that's a good start. So now I have my first frame. You don't want to copy frames. You don't want to go down here and hit Control C, Control V. You want to select your drawing, copy from here, and then paste it into the frame like this, and then move it like that. And the reason we do that is because if you don't do it that way, then your frames, when you copy frames, they're going to be linked. They're actually just the same frame, just in different places. So if you edit one, it will edit the other ones. If you copy the actual like drawing and then paste it into a different frame, then that is a separate kind of drawing. So hopefully that makes sense. So never copy frames, copy the actual curve or the lines, and that will save you some headache in the future. And I'm going to put on onion skinning. So these, so you'll see the red is going to be going very little in the beginning. I'll just keep on hitting paste and then going down. I'm holding down shift, so I'll only go down vertically if I just push down, pull down like that. Down shift. So I'm steadily, so you'll see that I'm steadily making this. So it starts small, gets a little bigger, a little bigger. See, it's steadily getting wider, the distance. So it's gaining more energy. It's getting faster. It's going down further. Do that. And then this one, have it stretch. Remember, if you stretch it, it has to retain its mass. So if you stretch, you have to make it thinner. Let's see with this one. I want this one to start. Okay. Bring this one down a bit more. Like that. And then I'm paste them every 2 frames. So I'm working on 2s, not on 1s. And then this one will start squishing as it hits the ground. Down here. That, and I'll have 2 frames of squishing. I do that because then it makes the squishing more prominent. Like, it gives the audience a little bit more time to look or to see the squishing that's happening. Squashing, squishing. So something like that. But this is like way too much. See how my mass is getting way too big now? When I look at this, and then this one needs something like that. Yeah, something like this, I think. And then we can even do things like using this envelope thing, pull down these edges so it feels like it's really contacting the ground, like that. Okay. And then I can just go back to the way it's going up. Maybe adjust it a little bit. So I'll copy that one and paste it, and then just maybe have it go up instead. This. I didn't quite copy that for some reason. Control C. There we go. And all right, that one was this. All It was that one, so now I need to go here. Come on. Oh. There we go. Sometimes the copying has a hard time. I'm not sure why. I must be doing something wrong. Okay. And then this. And then I'll add one more here that is above my first one just a little bit. There we go. So it's really subtle. And then I'll hit F5 at the end. And I'll take a look. And hit play. Boing. So I need to change this so like that. And I'll put on repeating. And I want to save in case it crashes and hit play. Boing. So you'll see it's slow, it's hanging in the air, but there's still movement. It's like the gravity's keeping it from, it's slowing it down, and then it it speeds up and hits the ground and squishes, stretches and squishes. So it's kind of a satisfying thing. And I'll just do line here. Then you can do different things like put a background on here. So I'll do over here and color card. Change this to be something a little bit different, a little more different. Multiple, don't like it so it's so saturated. Something like that. That will be my background. And then you can always click on this to see what it actually will look like. And I'll turn off my timing chart. I don't need that anymore. And then I'll add a color. And I'll use bitmap for that. Okay. Now I'm going to pick a different color for this. Make sure you have to bring up the saturation. Find an interesting color for the ball. There we go. And we're going to do this the traditional way by just going in, painting every frame. So I picked watercolor and to make it the brush bigger. And I don't mind for this that it's bleeding through. It kind of gives it a little bit of a more natural look to it. And it makes it faster. Accidentally got out of that color layer. The areas where it slows down is probably the most important, but because the audience can see it, any kind of imperfections most clear, the easiest, because it's not moving as fast. All right, so then this one, 5. Okay, so now if I hit play, it's not going to show. If I click on this, all right, let's see. Nice. So feel free having fun with this. Maybe put like a plane there. put a smile on them, you know, have fun with it. So I'll see you in the next video.